be wonderful so we know what parts of the country we have our viewers tuning in from. So Rita, let's just go ahead and get started with this fantastic Fed Friday.
Yes, let's go for it.
We're going.
And we're going.
Oh, and we're going. There we go.
Come on, y'all, it's Friday. What?
Do something. It's Financial Fed Friday. It's the weekend.
Yeah, I'm partying, y'all, in my chair.
Yeah, get that movement in for a minute. We're about to start a strong beginning. Yeah. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. I see you with the cut. Welcome everyone to Financial Fed Friday. This is a webinar that we do every Friday morning at 10 a.m. and we broadcast it live on Facebook simultaneously. Again, welcome Facebook. Please check in. Let us know where you're watching us from on the broadcast. Also, welcome all of our phone listeners. That is picking up, Rita. So thank you for joining us on the phone. What we're doing during the Fed Friday webinars, that we're pulling back the curtain so that you can get an in-depth understanding of not only your federal employee benefits, but also best retirement investment options. Of course, you can register to come on the webinar live with us at www.ritabrolandevents.com. That's RITA, B as in boy, ROLAND events with an S.com. And of course, you can like us and follow us on Facebook at Your AB Solutions. How did that happen?
It just went the wrong way, that's all.
Yeah. And so the whole purpose of the Financial Fed Friday series is just to help you understand your benefits, your money, spending habits, and to support and offer solutions that will enable you to reach your financial destination. And I am your host, Darlene Jenkins, and my partner,
Dr. Rita B. Rowland.
Rita B. Rowland, hence RitaBRowlandEvents.com to get on this webinar. So we're going to go ahead. Before we start, of course, this is just a disclaimer. We want to let you know that the information that we're presenting here on the webinar is we're going from a generic approach. And so why are we doing that? Without individual knowledge of each of your situations, we cannot individualize this presentation. And we know you often have a lot of questions. However, if you reach out to us, we can individualize the information that you on here. We can put together a plan for you. So please, with that in mind, accept the information as general in nature and context and apply it where you feel it best fits your particular situation. So thank you so much for understanding. Rita and I, we always want to make sure we bring you the most up-to-date and relevant information.
Absolutely.
So what we're going to do, because Rita and we're doing a recap of what we have discussed so far this year. Because, Rita, you want to tell them?
Yes. We got some good news for you now. It may not be so good for you right now, but it's going to be marvelous for Darlene and I. We're going to take a month off. We're going to take a vacation, you guys. So for a month, we're not going to have Financial Fed Friday. But I have good news. After this month, we're going to have a live event where you get to join us live. We're going to be recording. We're going to have some guests there. We're going to have gifts, and we're going to have some things there for you. An open house at our office, food. So you're going to get to come and sit and be a part of a live Fed Friday that will broadcast everywhere. You may be the beginning for us. We may decide to do some other podcasts. So just give us a month. Darlene's daughter's been gone for a month. She comes back tomorrow, and this is her last year in high school. So she just want to spend a month with her daughter and just kind of, this is her last year. So it's a big deal for her, getting her prep for college planning and all that good stuff. And I just want to do nothing every Friday morning. Let's just keep it real. So we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to come back and we're going to do some things at the end. We're going to ask you guys to be a part of this even broader and to help us make sure we get this information out. So we're just going to kind of go over what we kind of went over in a year. We're going to ask you. So please please be thinking right now, what else do you want from us? What we give you is what we see. But you may want Rita, talk about this, talk about that. Darlene, what about this? Your daughter going to school. Give us some more stuff on college planning. So at the end, we're going to ask you what you want, and the next year is going to be all about what you want as well. So let's go, Darlene.
Okay, so at the beginning of the year in January, our theme was this is a new year and a new start, so a new you. And what we did was we took a little test where we asked you what color is your money. And during the month of January, you had the questions you asked that we really went over, and I want you to go back to that if you have it, because we've gotten into the year and we may have gotten away from it. So the color of your money basically indicated your personality type, and each personality type had a color to it. And based on your personality type, that's how you related to money. So you want to go back there to see how much progress you've made based on the color that you had. So
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was you fin.
Oh, no. So I was just saying, so that was the overview of January. That's what we went over. What color is your money? And Rita, let me just add real quick before you jump in. If you did not take the test, reach out to us, because this is very important. We did this to set the stage for the year so you could understand, were you a red, righteous person? Were you a yellow bird? Were you a blue conservative? So you want to reach out.
And just it's so important to understand, you guys, like as much as me and Darlene have fun, it's important that you understand your personality and how you relate to money. And I know this is not church, but I think it would be, I don't know, I heard some background. I think it would be important for us to understand that money really is a spirit, and that we really need to understand how we operate. And I don't know, we talked about it at this time in this month, but there's an emotional attachment sometimes to money. And where does that emotion come from? And based on our emotion, it sometimes dictates how we spend. And then, so it's a lot more. So it's really important for you to take time and to take the quiz just to get an idea of really who I am. And based on what it says, it's going to allow you to really see yourself. And that may help you make some changes.
Absolutely. And so then we went on to February, Valentine's Day, the love month. And so February was Love Yourself Month. And just a quick recap, we went over your heart matters. We dealt with the issues of heart disease, critical illness, insure your love. We talked about the importance of life insurance. Rita, we made the commitment. Now let's put a ring on it. Remind them.
Yeah, so because basically when you think about getting married, this ring that I have is just a symbol of the commitment that I, made to God, to my husband, and to all of you too. So when you think of your finances, what did you commit to? And are you fulfilling the commitment to make sure you're not old and broke, to make sure your kids have something for college, to make sure if you left this world that they're prepared? You made all of these financial commitments. Are you keeping the covenant? And even if you think about it, and I related it to God, no matter what we did with the Israelites, he kept coming back to do what? He kept his commandment. No matter how much we messed up, he came back to save us. We messed up, he came back to save us. Just because you mess up, don't forget the commitment you made. Come back and save yourself until you get it right. I've been messing up. I've messed up 100,000 times, but I keep coming back till I get it right. I finally got it right, and it took a very long time. So don't get discouraged in your ups and your downs. Be committed to win.
And then we went over the last week in the month. We had a special guest with us, Allison Manswell, who went over loving the skin I'm in, diversity in the workplace. And Allison just sort of, she covered not only diversity in the workplace, getting to know other people, letting us understand that oftentimes the barrier we have with someone else is that we haven't taken the time to get to know them. She also went over unconscious bias that we may have towards others, again, because we haven't taken the time to get to know them. So before we go on to the next month, we're going to take a really quick break here, and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so we're back. And Rita, go ahead and let's talk about March.
So basically, let me take this out of here. Y'all, I got us on Facebook and my ears. I'm like, what's going on? So March was us marching to financial freedom. And so basically this month we talked about the federal retirement system. So that means if anybody started working for the government after 1983 or was in that merge period between 87, you're under that retirement system, meaning you need to have 30 years and your minimum retirement age. And that age is somewhere between 55 and 57, depending on the year you were born. We talked about understanding you can be 60 with 20 years of service or 62 with 5. We talked about how that whole system merges with Social Security and your thrift saving. So it's just us understanding your system that you're in so that you can financially prepare. You have 3 streams of income, but how you withdraw those income can determine if you have a good life and not stressed out because you don't have enough money because you took it early, or you have multiple streams that will carry you till you leave this world and it's sufficient enough for you to do that.
Absolutely. So that was the first system. Now, in April, this April was to financial awareness. Rita, go ahead.
I forgot. I think we also discussed, even though we had FERS was the first one, we did talk about the civil service system. There's a few of you guys left, and that's anybody that came in prior to 84. You need to be age 55 with 30 years of service. It's not a merge age, just 55 and 30, 60 and 20, and 62 and 5. But we already know if anybody is still working for the civil service system, you got way more than 30. You got at least 35 years. So everybody's still here. You may need to call us because you may be working for free. If you're a civil service employee and got over 38 to 40 years, you may be working for the government for free. So please reach out.
Right. And who wants to work for free, Rita, right?
I don't.
No, neither. So as I was saying, April, we sprung into financial awareness. And the first week we discussed planting the seeds for your Medicare harvest. That's where I covered all of the ins and outs. Well, not all, but a good chunk of Medicare, understanding not only how it works, what the provisions were, but also how it works in conjunction with your federally employed health insurance when you go into retirement, because that's going to be very important. Then we took 2 weeks to go over just the basics, the nuts and bolts of financial literacy. And during this time, we went over things like your debt, your spending, the background behind those, as Rita stated. You know, why are we doing heavy spending habits, the emotions behind it. Also, the thing I loved is that Rita said some of us needed to do some plastic surgery, but not the plastic surgery we were thinking about, the plastic surgery on those cards, cutting them up. So we did that. And then the last thing we went over was pruning your financial bad habits, getting rid of those habits and things that we were conditioned to do, such as shopping when we don't have the money, using our plastic when we don't have the money, not saving enough. And we went over different things to help you get out of those habits and to develop new habits.
Like a budget. Just a budget. It's the foundation to your wealth. It's just a budget. It's the hardest thing for most of us to do, but it is the foundation to you really being keeping your finances and your spending in track. You need to have a system in place. Like the government just don't run the country without a budget, right? Don't think, and at the end of the year, when you guys are going into the next year, you haven't spent the money, you got to go buy chairs, computers, throwing away furniture. Why? Because it's all about being in that budget. So we do it for our companies and for big companies, but we believe that our company, which is us and our family, don't need a budget. Everybody needs to have a budget. Everybody.
And Rita, that was such a great example, because some of the people on this line, they run a budget. They're project managers and budget analysts. So they're used to dealing with budget. But as you said, when it comes to our own personal finances, we just don't apply the same rules. So then we progressed on to May, preparing your financial tree to bear fruit. Rita, you want to go on and get into this one?
Sure. Just, basically we're making sure that you keep a track of your credit, making sure that, watch out for identity theft. And that was right around the time that somebody had stole my identity. So we went through, all the procedures you need to do to make sure somebody doesn't steal your identity, what to do. Make sure that your credit score is in alignment with, what you are trying to achieve. So we told you, we broke the breakdown, how much you're spending, paying your bills on time, your debt to equity ratio, the actual variety of credit you may have. And we also talked about, Darlene, what was so important. We went back to budgeting here, but we gave them a financial emergency kit so that they can really be aware of, is a whole kit that break down all of your finances and where your documents. Somebody were to ask you today to go pull everything that you have, would you know where it is? And if something happened to your house and you had a fire, would your family know how to, is it all in one place? Is in a plastic bag, they can pull it and go. So do you have cash on hand for an emergency? So we went through all these things that preparing for your future is really laying down your wealth and making sure that those bad habits are no longer there and preparing yourself to build a really healthy financial tree that bears some fruit. Retirement planning, college for your children, make sure that you can go on a vacation. The planning prepares the fruit.
Absolutely. And so
that was tough for me. Excuse me. That was tough. Y'all know I started bear and fruit in one sentence. That was a lot.
You did great, though. You did great because you're so passionate about this subject matter. That's why you did wonderful, Rita. You didn't even notice any abnormalities. You were good. So, also in this, as Rita said, we went over why is pruning necessary? Why was it necessary for us to go through this and for you to actually prune your finances, because that is your financial tree. And basically we say pruning a tree is removing specific branches or stems to benefit the whole tree. And as Rita said, we went over things like the budget you're spending. So why prune the tree? For the health, you have to remove dead, damaged, and diseased branches to help prevent insect and decay organisms from entering the tree. And so, as she already said, those were things like bad habits, the emotions behind our spending, getting out of debt, but to improve the health, the budget. So we went over that. You all had a lot of information. We gave you a lot of tools so far over the year. We hope you are using them. If you are not, go to our website. We're going to give you our web address at the end and rewatch these. We gave you tools. And so please, we want you to put them into practice.
Absolutely.
We started paving the road towards retirement. So during this time, we went over, I believe, the civil service system during the month of June. Also, different ways to help you save more money during to help pave the road towards retirement. Rita, did I miss anything?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did. So that didn't come out right, did it?
See, but you know what? That's why you have a team. That's why you work with someone else. So go ahead, team.
So basically what we also talked about was that making sure that you prepare for that perfect storm. And we went over things like inflation. We went over about longevity because, we're no longer dying, Darlene. We retire at 60, 65, and we're dead at 68. We're living until, the average person today is living to like 83 to 85 years old. And then depending on if you're married and statistics, they said we can live easily to 90, 95. So if you're retired at 55, 60, and you live just say to 90, you have to prepare for your retirement to last just as long as you do. So that's, you got more years retired than you do working. How do we make it? So if you look at this little road, the first thing that we have down here is budget for retirement. So budget is important in everything. It says, where will you live? Where's your pension? So as retirement planning, as I talked about so many times, and I talked about at the conference, retirement is not just that date, Darlene. Retirement is just like when you get married. You get married and it's a 4 or 5 hour event. I know you guys, but I love it. You plan for this one event. It is math. We're dressed up the women, face beat to the gods, and we got this nice food and vacation, full hours and a week of a honeymoon. But we plan a year or two ahead for that 1 week. And then we got a lifetime. If you married, you got a lifetime of still planning. Every morning you wake up, am I gonna slap him or you gonna knock me out? What's going on?
Not literally, but
some days literally. But most days is good. So what I'm saying to you, retirement is just like that. You got to prepare for that day. Retirement is just a day you say, I'm no longer coming to work. But life really begins after that. How do you prepare for it? So that whole month was getting you in and understanding what could pop up in your way. What if the market drops and you in retirement? Do you have your funds in the right vehicle that won't take the drop when the market drops? All of those things that we talk about, and those are the things that Darlene and I work very hard to make sure that we can help you navigate this retirement. It's a new retirement system. It's not our grandma's retirement. It's not even our parents. It's a new one, and you got to be prepared for it.
Absolutely, you do. And then the last month in July was retirement readiness. And here what we did was we went over ideas to help you put the pieces together to make sure you were retirement ready. As Rita said, retirement is more than just a date on the calendar. It's so much more. We also, during the month of July, continued with the perfect storm topics, but we also went over how to put together a strategic retirement income plan with you using different vehicles such as annuities, indexed annuities, things that will help guard against the perfect storm components, but still allow you to weather it. So we went over all of that in the month of July, just trying to make sure everything was together. We also broadcast live from the Federally Employed Women's National Training Institute. We had the president of FEW, on with us to go over the benefits of joining one of the affinity groups. Rita, did you want to add something else?
Yeah, because I wanted to just give a real shout out to our Facebook crew that's online today, and a lot of them are they are millennials or somewhere a little older than that. And so I think it's important for you that while you're still young, to sit down and come up with a retirement plan that's going to best suit you, because your plan is probably is going to be different from our plan. So, and starting while you're young, Facebook and everybody online on Zoom, start while you're young, makes your life a lot less stressful to some of us that's 50 and older, and now have to make some real adjustments. So the fact that you get on every week and you're listening, you're tuning in too, get yourself prepared for your date. And if you start now, you won't have even any worries. By the time you 45, 50, your system is so in place. All you got to do is coast through to that date. So hands to you, giving a clap for being here, to being prepared, to getting your mind ready and not waiting until the last minute.
Yes, millennials, because a lot of time millennials get a bad rap for, different things. They're always on their phone, but the statistics show that millennials are ready to save and they're looking for ways to do so. And so as Rita said, that is wonderful that you're getting on here every week to get this information. And it has been proven if you put a little bit away over a long period of time, you will have a greater outcome than trying to put at the last minute a lot away over a short period of time. It just makes life a lot easier. Rita, you wanted to say something.
Yes, because we're going to be at the BIG conference in 2 weeks, and we're teaching a class. First time, nobody else. We're going to be teaching a class at BIG on millennial planning for the new retirement climate. So if you have friends, you have your kids, you have co-workers, send them to our class, because we're going to be starting to get the millennials in a place where they are preparing for that day, whether it's buying a car, buying a house, looking for retirement, raising your children. You need to have a financial plan for that. So we're going to be talking about all that good stuff at the BIG conference. And I think that class for us is on
Wednesday.
It's on Wednesday.
It's on Wednesday. So as Rita mentioned earlier, we are going to be going on vacations, but we're doing these webinars and Facebook Live for you. So it's your move. It's your call. Let us know what topics you want us to cover.
I got my pen and paper.
Or about. So over the next few months to the end of the year and then going into next year, let us know. We need to hear from you. We want this to be a two-way relationship. We appreciate you getting on here every month, but we want but we want to make sure we are delivering the content that is important to you. And the only way we can do that is if you reach out to us and let us know. Please inbox us on our Facebook page at Your AB Solutions, or you can email us at FedFriday@YourABSolutions Inc.
And you can do that now. You can put it in the chat box now. You can post it on Facebook now. I got my pen. I got my paper. I'm ready to write. What do you want to know? If I had to ask everybody on this line, if you could just take one thing you need to know more about, can you put that in the Facebook chat box? And don't worry about what somebody may think. Forget about that. We're trying to improve our life.
Right, because, retirement and your finances, for the people on here, that's right, it's personal. And it's affecting your economy. So don't worry about someone else's. So please put those items down there. And while you're doing that, this is going to be the new format moving forward for Financial Fed Friday. The broadcast will resume. We're going to come back on September the 14th. We're going to have our live broadcast. We have to get that information. But one of the most important things we wanted to let you know is that instead of every Friday, we're going to be broadcasting every 2 weeks, so bi-weekly, instead of the current format of weekly. And so our live Fed Friday event is going to kick off the return of the webinar broadcast. So we wanted to get that out there to you. So when we come back, it'll be every 2 weeks. You're going to be receiving emails from us. And then we're going to have the live event. It's a must. You want to come there and see us live. So we are still setting the location and the time, but you're going to receive an update so you can be in the loop. Come on out to the live broadcast. We're going to film it and everything. You can ask us questions up close and personal. We're going to have Fed Friday paraphernalia there for you. Notebooks. So when you get on here every week, you can take your notes, have your follow-up information, coffee mugs. Rita loves to drink coffee. Some of you on here may be sipping your coffee as well. So sip in your Fed Friday mug, your coffee mug. So we're going to have a lot of great prizes. We're going to have fun. We're going to have speakers. So you're going to want to come out, be on the lookout for those emails from us.
Yes.
As Rita said, we're going to be in New Orleans for the Blacks in Government Conference. That's going to be August 13th through the 16th. So if you're coming, please come on out and meet us in New Orleans. As Rita said, we're going to be teaching a great class for the millennials on millennials and finances. Rita, give the name one more time, please.
Millennial planning, millennial financial planning for the new retirement climate. We're also going to do our core one, which is understanding your federal employee benefits for the new retirement climate. I was trying to find my book around here that goes with our book. And then we're going to be teaching a new one, just healthcare and retirement. And we're doing that in conjunction with Aetna. So Aetna wanted to partner with us because they want us to bring to their clientele understanding how healthcare plays an important role in your retirement planning. That's one of the things we talk about. Remember, it's not just about a day, it's about everything. So we're partnering up with Aetna to help bring you more good information about retirement planning with our healthcare.
Yes, because that, you're healthy right now, but understanding the health plan you have, the features, because if your health takes a turn, it can create a financial crisis. And you all who have been on here, I've discussed my mom's situation several times because that is exactly what happened to her. She retired from the civil service retirement system, had a good amount of pension coming in, was comfortable, but then her health took a turn for the worse. And now, because of increased medical expenses, and she has a good plan, but her prescription cost, she paid $4,100 last year. Yes, $4,100 last year, just for her portion of the prescriptions. So planning for retirement and your healthcare in retirement, that's what the class will be at the Blacks in Government Conference. You want to come there. If you're not coming, please encourage your coworkers that are coming to look for Rita Bailey Rowland and Darlene Jenkins there in the book to come out and join us.
Okay, I just wanted to let you know, thank you so much, Facebook. You guys are live today. Chris wanted to talk about the 3 legs of the FERS, just understanding the whole part about FERS, thrift savings, Social Security. Chris, we went over that, but we will be going over that again. So we'll make sure that we get that for you. We wanted to say good morning to the past president of FEW, Federally Employed Women, Miss Wanda Killingsworth. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Wanda.
to our wonderful Javon Jackson, Miss Jackson. Okay, I'm not even going to say that part. Good morning, Miss Jackson, Javon. So she's our other co-host. She was going to be coming with me for the millennial training because she is a millennial, but she is carrying some really a bun with some good fun inside of her. She got a baby coming, so we want to just keep her healthy and just make sure she don't do too much. So she won't be joining us, but she'll be there in spirit, and she's adding much value to the workshop. And just say good morning to everybody. Richard Pitts, Wanda, Miss Lord God, Sequoia, Kiana, Lisa Thompson, and everybody, Ann Lee, we thank you for getting up, holding your phone, probably at your desk, sneaking around so that you can hear. So we guys look forward to you and everybody that's on the webinar. We're going to have this live event. We're going to have fun. We're going to have food. We're going to be talking about some of these topics live, and you're going to be a part of our audience. And we're going to have, my goal is to have it at our office because I want to have an open house so you guys can come see where we operate. So you know that we are real. We got some real stuff going on so you can be a part of it. So we just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for allowing us to have a month off. If you just joined us late, we will be taking the next 4 Fridays off. We're going to take a little break. Like I said, Darlene's daughter is coming home from Madrid, Spain tomorrow. She's done a month abroad program. This is her last year in high school. Darlene just needs to prepare for her, spend this time with her, because next year this time, she's going to be off somewhere and beginning a new life. So we want to give Darlene some time with her daughter. And I just want to not get up and wake up on Friday mornings.
Although we enjoy coming on here, and you know, it's so important. I'm glad Wanda Killingsworth is on the line because we actually started our Financial Fed Friday last year there at the Federal Employee Women's Conference, and Wanda Killingsworth was our first guest on the Financial Fed Friday webinar. So that means a lot. This is so apropos that Wanda would be on with us today. So that is really great. And contact us today so that we can map out a strategy. Just because we're not doing the broadcast, we are still here working, putting together information for you all. Reach out to us so we can help you reach your financial destination, even though we're going to be off for the next couple of weeks. Please keep in mind, as we always say, is that planning is bringing the future into the present so that you can do something about it right now. There's our contact information on the screen. Give us a call in our office at 301-577-6340. Rita and I or any of the ABS team would be happy to assist you in achieving those goals. Of course, a lot of you are like, wow, they went over a lot of information. I wish I had it. Guess what? Go to our website at www.yourabsolutionsinc.com. Click on the Fed Friday tab, and you can watch all of the broadcasts that we've previously done. So you want to do that just to refresh yourself, because as I said, we provided quite a bit of content for you. So we want you to implement that, but more importantly, go ahead and email us, inbox us at fedfriday@yourabsolutions Solutions Inc. so we can get your information that you want us to cover. So thank you so much. Let us help chart your course. We here, Rita and I, we love coming on here. We're going to miss you, but when we come back, we're going to be rejuvenated, re-energized, and ready to bring you what you want.
So again, Wanda said, you ladies are wonderful. Love the job that you're doing. And somebody just said she just joined big at an event at her job. So you guys just look, if you're going to work your job, you need to understand everything about it. You need to join groups like Big and Fuse. A lot of information that they bring to the table that your employer is not doing. So make sure you be a part of those groups. You join and get your friends to join.
Yeah.
Get your friends to join. So we're just excited. We're so grateful. We are really grateful. We thank you for being a part of us. And some of you guys have not missed a Friday. And if you missed it, it's because you was out sick or something, but you've been with us ride or die every week since we started. So we really want to thank you, and that we don't take the opportunity to take our gifts and our talent and to share it with you, and then for you to come back and do business with us. It means a lot to us because we eat because of what you bring to us. And so we're glad to be able to bring something back to you.
Yes, and for those of you diehard Fed Friday webinar watchers, if you come out to our live event, we have something special for you.
Yes, we do.
You want to come on out and join us. Well, we're well over our time. We really appreciate you. We really do. As Rita said, we don't take this for granted. We're just happy to serve. We want to serve more. So please keep those comments coming to us. We need them. We're here for you. So thank you so much. Spread the word. Look out in your emails because we're going to be sending you emails as the live event is coming up, and also to let you know, hey, we're coming back. If you haven't already liked and followed us on Facebook, please do so, Your AB Solutions, because we're going to be posting content there as well. So you want to make sure you stay plugged in with us. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast, and we will look forward to seeing you when we return, actually at the live broadcast.
Yes.
So you be there.
Yes. Happy Friday. Great weekend.
Friday.
Bye, Facebook. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much
for joining us. I don't think they want to leave.
I don't either. I feel like it's like a month. I feel like I don't know, y'all. I don't want to go, but I'm going.
Okay, you all.